My brother demanded my inheritance because he was the only man in the family. I stayed quiet as he bragged that everything should belong to him. Then the lawyer opened the will and revealed what my brother actually inherited. $0. The moment he heard why, his face went pale. My name is Leah. My brother hit the conference table with his hand. Every bit of it, he said. The inheritance is mine. Nobody argued with him. That's how our family works. My mother looked at the floor. My aunt held a tissue to her lips. The attorney, Mr. Ellison, waited with one finger on the will, like he already knew what was coming. I sat across from Darren with my hands in my lap. I didn't say anything. That made him angrier. Don't sit there acting calm, he snapped. Grandma only put your name on things because you were always hovering around her. Hovering. That's what he called driving her to dialysis. Hovering meant picking up her prescriptions. Hovering meant sleeping on her couch after surgery because she was scared of falling. Hovering meant learning to change her bandages while Darren was 3 states away. Darren sent 2-word texts from fishing trips. You good, Gran? Then nothing for weeks. Grandma kept a small notebook by her chair. She wrote down who visited, who called, who made promises, and who forgot them. I thought her memory was slipping. I was wrong about that. My cousin made a small disgusted sound. My mother touched her arm, a warning. That's how our family handled Darren. They called silence peace. Darren leaned back in a suit he bought with money he borrowed from Grandma and never paid back. Besides, he said, I have sons. The family name goes through me. Then read the part where she gives me the house, Darren said. The white farmhouse, blue shutters, the porch swing where Grandma taught me to shell peas. Darren had already told his wife they'd remodel it. He'd already listed his own house for sale. He'd already promised his son the barn would be a gym. He'd built a whole future inside a house he never once helped care for. Here's what Darren didn't know. Grandma had already seen a lawyer months before this room. Mr. Ellison began reading. To my grandson Darren, who often reminded me that a person receives what they earn. I leave exactly what he earned. Darren smiled. $0. The smile disappeared. Under the table, I started recording on my phone. Darren's chair hit the wall when he stood up. That's not funny. It isn't a joke, Mr. Ellison said. She was confused. She loved me. She did, the lawyer said. That's why she left you a letter. He slid a sealed envelope across the table. Darren tore it open with shaking hands. I watched his face change. First the anger left, then the confidence, then the color. What does it say? My mother whispered. Darren crushed the letter in his fist. Nothing. Mr. Ellison had made copies. My mother read one line and started crying. The lawyer kept reading the will. To my granddaughter Leah, who showed up without asking what she'd get, I leave the farmhouse, the savings, the antique store property, and everything else. Darren slammed both hands on the table. No, over $2 million, he said, staring at me. His voice had gone flat, like the number didn't fit in his mouth. Approximately, said Mr. Ellison. She manipulated her, Darren said, pointing at me. She poisoned Grandma against me. I looked right at him. You did that yourself. Security stepped in before he could grab the papers off the table. Then Mr. Ellison opened a second folder. Photocopies of checks, cash advances, 5 of them, going back 3 years. A document that used Grandma's house as collateral, signed without her fully understanding it. A loan for his business, never repaid. Darren, my mother whispered. What did you do? He looked at the door. For the first time, he had nothing to say. Mr. Ellison pressed a button on his phone. Mrs. Caldwell left a final video statement. Grandma's face filled the screen on the wall. She looked tired. Her eyes were sharp. If Darren is angry, she said, ask him about the papers he made me sign. Full story on the channel linked below.